I feel like I'm playing CS:GO right now.
CS:GO?
Somebody's blasting the music into through their chat.
Oh, that's when you went around.
Yeah, but you know how when you're playing like an online video game and someone just the whole time is like blasting dubstep through the chat?
Yeah. Dude, I miss the old party chats. Where nobody even thought about doing music yet. Except for the black dude. They would just be bumping in the back.
Yeah.
They would have the worst mics ever. They'd be on the other side of the room. Miss these. I miss those lobbies.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
They like announced a thing on Mario Kart. I don't know if this is recent news or past news, but they're adding like proximity chat to Mario Kart, like online
No
Mario Kart.
way.
Yeah. Like you hear all these suckers behind you, just that behind you, just like coming up on.
Move.
You're like, oh, really far away.
What you got? Just passing you.
You're like, ooh, gold star, ooh, banana. I can turn my mic down, or not my mic down, my headset down a little bit.
How's that? Check. How's that?
Good.
Okay. Dude, I'm very shaky tonight. I think it's because I haven't eaten in a while.
I'm shaky too. I've had lack of sleep this weekend.
Oh.
I don't even.
I'm lack of sleep intolerant.
Talk about it. I keep getting made fun of for going to the beach with 9 other men.
Well, you do the men beach trip is fine, but it's funny. It's invariably funny.
It is funny. Next time I'm gonna try to get us to go to the mountains because we always end up going to the beach in the fall.
Yeah,
And,
so it's like you're just still inside.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. You're cutting?
I was cutting, sorry.
Cutting my table?
Yeah, I started cutting it. I couldn't help it. I was thinking about it and I had to start cutting it.
I'm not even gonna do it.
I have got 4 words for you, Gus.
What are those?
Daryl, Hall, and Oates.
Really?
Yeah.
What are they? Do they die?
No. They're just so freaking good, and I realize that every couple weeks. Like every couple, I'll say months, I'll get a tune stuck in my head. Like I just have the melody, and I'm like, I'm trying to like figure out what the tune is. I'm trying to like let it start playing, like ramp it up until I can hear some words. And then as soon as I can hear some words, I'll just Google them and listen to the song like 75 times.
Just the two of us.
Yeah.
Is that them?
We
We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. We can make it to work on time.
Daryl, Hall, and Oates. You make my dreams come true. Bang a ding ding bang 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 ding bang bang bang. What I want, you got that. That's hard to handle.
Oh yeah.
The song that got me. Man Eater.
She's a man eater.
Money's a matter. You're so good. And then Sarah Smile, good song. Would you smile a while for me, Sarah?
Yeah,
it's
I
so
like that one.
Like it's you don't think they're gonna be so good, and they just get stuck in my freaking head.
They just freaking give you that
You're
ringworm.
a rich girl, and you gone
Not
too
so
far.
and you know it don't matter anyway.
Daryl Hall and Oates.
Oh man's money.
They nailed it like 7 times. They've got 7 songs that are just so freaking good.
I agree with that.
I'd say.
Do we have any Daryl Hall and Oates on the Guitar Hero?
Possibly. They're so freaking. It's stupid because it's like I guess it's kind of gay to say that you're like to be a guy and be like I really love Daryl Hall and Oates.
Yeah, they give you that ringworm.
But they make me just so happy to play their songs. Private Eyes.
Watching you.
Because your kiss is on my list.
Man. And we do have some good harmonies going on.
Oh yeah, we could be the next Daryl Hall and John Oates.
John Oates, Daryl Hall, and my Oates, baby. Ba-da, down. Man, the music has not stopped flowing for the past week.
Is that because it's the Guitar Hero thing that's still happening?
It's still happening, and it is because of Guitar Hero. I just keep finding better and better and better songs.
I didn't think this Guitar Hero sesh would last so long, and I'm happy it is because I'm getting way better.
Yeah.
I realized that I played a song yesterday that I couldn't do on like medium when we first brought it out, and I was like killing it on hard. I was like, I'm getting good quick. I'm so excited.
My biggest problem with Guitar Hero is the strumming. Like my fingers can get to where they need to go, but my strumming hand sometimes just won't strum.
Yeah.
And then the up and down, I noticed the good people, they can strum slowly but up and down.
I just started doing that.
Like tick
yeah,
tick.
I
tick,
just
tick,
got
tick,
it.
tick, tick,
I got
tick.
it locked in, the up and down strum.
You do?
Yeah, I locked it in because there's a song. It was like jigga 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 jigga, and there was like no way that I could like twitch my hand fast enough
that fast,
down.
yeah.
So I just went jigga 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 up and down. So good.
That's what you have to. That's what you have to do. And we're getting better at. They got a practice tool on there. You can download like practice songs. Probably gonna be doing that a lot.
You're gonna get just like way too good.
Yeah. Well, the goal is to get Freebird on hard, full clear,
Okay, and then we just
and then that's it.
put up the
And then
Guitar
that's it.
Hero.
And then
Don't
maybe,
touch it again for a couple years.
Maybe Through the Fire and the Flames on hard as well.
Yeah.
I think, which is incredibly hard right now, but I'm thinking like next week.
You think next week you'll get
Yeah.
it nailed down?
I do feel the carpal tunnel sinking in though.
Mhm.
We played Foursquare a lot at the beach, and both my forearms got strained.
What?
Yeah, from playing Foursquare.
You
And
must have played a lot of Foursquare.
Yeah, we played probably 6 to 8 hours of Foursquare
Damn.
per day. So I think it's weakening my forearms, or it's putting a lot of strain on them.
Yeah.
And then I can't perform in Foursquare as well as I want to.
Oh man.
But we
Guitar
perform
Hero.
nonetheless.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I've been looking up how to be a better salesman,
Really?
and I found out how to be a better salesman today. I went into the Fuquay Gun and Gold. I just told you this story, but you're going to have to listen to it again.
Okay.
Went into Fuquay Gun and Gold with Chandler, and I went in there to hold and like mess around with a few handguns because I want to buy one for
Yeah.
concealed carrying and just to have.
Yeah.
And so I went in there, and directly to the right when you walk in is this big case full of knives.
I know that one very
We've been
well.
super into the knives lately, and I just can't get enough of them. And I went over to the case, and there's this old guy cleaning the case, and he's like, "Hey man, if you want to check any of these out, just let me know." I literally told him, I was like, "I don't want to hold any because if I hold them, I'm probably gonna end up buying them,
Yeah.
and I can't buy them right now."
Yeah.
And he's like, all good, I understand. And so we went to the handguns, and we were holding them. I found out what I wanted, and then I went back, and the knife that's now in my pocket caught my eye. I was like, no freaking way, that's the knife that I've kind of been looking for. It's been out of stock because it just came out in like June, and it was on sale, and then they gave me more off. But I went there and I was like, dude, I'm going to take you up on your offer. I want to just hold this knife just to feel what it feels like because I probably will order it later. And I get it in my hand. I was like, oh, God.
Uh-oh.
And then he's like, yeah, there's like 2 cool washes to it, too. There's the stone wash, which is similar to the stone wash, the one I have. And then there's the apocalyptic wash, which is like this like limited edition, like first drop wash or whatever.
So freaking
And it's like a
cool.
stone wash with a bunch of like little micro scratches in it. And it's a really cool look. And I was like, oh my freaking God, are you serious? And so I was like, I'll take it.
Yeah, we've both been into the pocket knives lately, but I've been into the like absolute bottom of the budget
Bottom of the
pocket,
barrel,
like
yeah.
the best knives you can get for like $30 or $40, and you've been in the best knives you can get.
no,
It's like-
no, I'm right in the mid range.
The mid range, but it's a lot higher than my range, which I like your knives more. Like obviously I wish I had those, but I've been like on the budget wave. Like this
Yeah.
knife was only $30 and look how good it is and look how sharp it is.
And
you're like, look how nice this knife is. It's
Yeah.
got 75,000 features. It's got acid
it's got
apocalypse
the
wash.
all new ram lock.
It's got a brand new mechanism. It's got a brand new stone wash. It's got a brand new blade steel. It's got a brand new.
It does. It's got that S 390. Just that is like the top tier steel.
I've got mine is made out of D2 steel, which they invented in World War II to be a budget tool steel. It's old school, baby.
Oh, I just can't get enough. And I feel like this is a good value because of the giant chunk of steel that is the blade.
Yeah.
Because I looked up all this steel today, and this stuff is freaking expensive. And a giant chunk.
Yeah, that's a fat chunk.
It's a fat chunk.
That's a big knife.
It's a fat blade. It's a almost 4-inch blade.
Damn.
Boom.
That's
Freaking
so
hear that,
exciting.
people? Don't run up. Just cut
That
the
was
mic
you
in
getting
half.
cut. That was you getting
just
cut.
Cut the mic in half. Yeah, don't freaking run up on me because I got a 4-inch freaking weapon on me, dog.
I like those noises. ASMR.
I'm telling you, it's like the masculine fidget spinner.
I started carrying a pocket knife as soon as I graduated high school, pretty much, because in high school, that's not true. I used to carry it pretty regularly in high school, but obviously you can't bring one to high school or you get like expelled.
Yeah,
And there
just
was
stupid.
There was a lot of days that I think I'm past the what's it called, the trial period after you commit a crime, that there's a certain amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of it right now, but I'm past that. I think I used to end up with my pocket knife in my pocket at school all the time, and I would leave it in my truck, which I think is fine. I think it's one of those things where if they see it, you could still get expelled if they just see a pocket
If it's
knife.
in your truck,
Yeah, they're very strict about all
The
those rules.
frick?
Yeah.
it's a tool.
There was a guy who got expelled because he had a shotgun in his truck in a
Case?
in a gun rack that's behind the seats,
yeah.
for hunters, put it in there,
Uh-huh.
and it was like a shotgun unloaded, and he got expelled.
What the frick?
It was just in his truck. Like he wasn't bringing it into class, and he
Yeah.
wasn't touching it. It was just in his truck.
That's bogus.
In the parking lot.
That's freaking
Got
bogus.
expelled.
I would never come back.
Well, he couldn't. Even if he wanted to, he couldn't.
Mr. Electric have been expelled. He stole my dream journal.
Yeah, but ever since after I graduated, I just started carrying it every day. Like in college, all through college, you could carry a knife anywhere. So I just started carrying one and have not, like pretty much every day since. I bet like 99.8% of the days since I started carrying one, I've had one in my pocket.
Yeah.
Because it's
Yeah.
just the best overall tool. And
It is.
It's
And
some
there's
level of-
there's so much. The folders are just so much fun.
I
The
fidget
action.
all day long. I'll sit there all day long and play with it. I used to cut myself a lot, but I stopped after
Yeah,
your
but-
brain figures out like where the sharp part is, and it gets really
Yeah.
good at knowing where the sharp part
The
is.
last time I cut myself was with your knife.
Mhm.
It was when I slipped off that fuse when we ran out of gas.
Well, I've been going down the rabbit hole of sharpening them,
Yeah.
and they're getting like I'm starting to actually be able to get them kind of sharp. Slowly. So it was real sharp, and yeah, we ran out of gas. That was a crazy time. We went to take the boat out, kind of like last trip of the season,
Yeah.
and we take your dad's truck, and the gas gauge doesn't really work on that truck.
Okay, it usually works,
Yeah.
but not like how a normal gas gauge in a car works. it reads within a certain amount, but usually know how much gas is in it.
Like you have like the translation for where it is versus how much gas
you know
there's.
the language of the truck.
And everyone was like, yeah, it just got filled. Like it got full, filled to the brim like
everyone
just the other
said
day.
that.
Yeah. And so, and we didn't even think about it. I mean, I didn't think about it. And we're going, we launched the boat. We have a whole time on the boat. And then I dropped you off at the dock so you could go get the truck. And I'm just like putzing around, like kind of near the launch, kind of staying out of people's way who are getting in and off, but just like waiting to see the Silver Titan show up, and it just doesn't
show up.
And I call everybody, and I'm like, what's going on? They're like, the truck's broken, it's not starting. And so everybody was like, it's the simplest solution is always a problem.
Yeah.
So like I was the only one who didn't know that the truck was full of gas.
Yeah.
So I was like, is it out of gas? And everyone's like, no, it's not out of gas.
Everyone did say that. And that was in my head because I asked my dad and he's like, yeah, it's got gas.
I know. So you came into it thinking that couldn't be a problem. And that's what I'm saying. You have to that's the lesson from that kind of stuff is like, you have to start at ground zero every time. Like truck isn't getting gas. Is there gas in it? No. So we had to call your dad to come.
I knew it was a freaking gas. As soon as it did what it did, I was like, it's not getting gas for some reason.
Well, you knew it was gas, but you started checking like fuses and stuff. And I was like, what about check the gas tank?
Yeah, I was like,
which I'm not trying
did
to.
the fuel pump go out?
Yeah, I'm not trying to say like I knew it. I knew it was out of gas. But I'm saying that I knew, or I thought to check it because I didn't know the like false presumption that it was full.
Yeah.
And that's a lesson, ladies and gentlemen. If you're ever trying to solve a problem, start from square zero and prove to yourself that everything is working up until the running system.
Yeah, just freaking keep it simple, idiot.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Kissy. Wait. Yeah, keep it simple, idiot. Kissy.
Kiss. Keep it simple, stupid.
Kissy. Kiss I. But yeah, it was just out of gas.
Yeah, and it was out of gas.
And also the terminal kind of was a little strange as well. I know you didn't see the terminal, but it looked like an apostrophe.
Yeah, that's weird.
There was no more O sitting on the stud. It was broken off. But that's just it. It is, it is what it is.
Did you post any new shorts?
I had, when I left, I scheduled for the next 2 days. And so, yeah, there should be 3 now.
On Instagram?
No, not on Instagram.
YouTube.
I got like 300 views.
Really?
We got like 300 views on one of them, yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, we got a new system for making shorts. And it is so good.
It's such a beautiful system.
We're going to have the best shorts of anybody around because our content is so good, and now our shorts creation system isn't just me just like making shorts.
Yeah, we've got a whole system. And as I'm like scrolling through YouTube and Instagram now, I see like the same people using the same software that I'm using. I'm like, I know what you guys are up to.
That's so funny. No, yeah, it works well.
Which it does. We have this new system where me, Gauze, throws in a clip or throws in the podcast, and then allegedly AI does its magic and then shoots out this great clip that it found with subtitles and everything.
It's so good, and it'll even pick like good parts.
Yeah, which it's like a little on the expensive side, but it's worth.
Oh, yeah.
It's worth.
I was going to run, I don't know if you can run like regular videos through it or what.
You can run whatever you want.
I was going to start running my YouTube videos through it and trying to get shorts out of it.
Yeah. I think you easily could. Yeah. When you sign up, it's like, what are you doing?
Okay.
And you're like, I put in like a podcast.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Oh.
These AI tools are crazy. Because I'm working on rebranding my YouTube channel right now. I've been thinking about it a lot. And I started Instagram, Tyler Chase Motors. Follow me on Tyler Chase Motors. Which I like. I like TC Motors, and I couldn't find TC Motors on anything. Like, it's already taken on Instagram. TCMotors.com is already taken. But I was about to buy TylerChaseMotors.com today, but which I shouldn't. Nobody buy it.
Yeah.
Nobody buy it.
So
I'm gonna buy it tonight. And then yeah, because TC Motors is taken. And it's like active. I looked it up. It's like active. But I want to start selling. I really want to make like a really cool T-shirt, just one, and start trying to sell it online.
You should make a mower T-shirt.
A mower T-shirt would be funny. And I got some guys I was looking up on Fiverr, some people who make like insane art, like so cool. Yeah. And I wanted to get that. And then this is getting into, inside baseball, but there's companies that'll just drop ship your T-shirt designs. So they just, all you do is connect it to a Squarespace account, and then you don't have to manage any inventory. They print on demand, and they ship. So you just connect it to your stuff. They take a cut, but you don't need to do anything. So you just have to design and then market, and that's it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try that. I'm working on it, building up to it. So there might be some T-shirts, and I'll probably try and throw together some FTD T-shirts too, because those would be sick.
Those would be awesome, especially if we can get like really good art on them. Do some stuff like that.
Yeah, I was thinking like I don't even know what we could do. We'd have like ones where it's just like a couple people talking, like kind of like it could be just like you and I kind of talking, but we're like skeletons or something cool, like something like old vintage, like old school
vintage. Yeah.
Like, what if it was like two like cool skeletons, like with a podcast stuff on, just like chatting, and it was like with a little like, I don't know. I've been thinking about it. I've been grinding. Because I keep releasing just the most absolutely banger, just so good, just the best YouTube videos ever to grace the platform.
That's facts.
And then like 100 people watch it, and then people stop watching it, and I'm trying to convince them just like keep watching them. So I gotta just keep releasing like the bangers. I can't release any more non-bangers.
Yeah, no more non-bangers, and the shorts are the way.
The shorts. I'm gonna start doing shorts.
You gotta get people to get there.
That's why I started this Instagram, because I was like, I've had this stupid thing, which is it's all in my head, and it's been I've started my YouTube channel like almost a year ago, or started like really working on it again. And I think I posted to my story once or twice about YouTube videos, but I have this weird thing in my head where I'm like, the people that follow me on Instagram, there's so many people who follow me that I don't really talk to or know, and I know they're not interested in motorcycles and racing mowers. Some people for sure are, but the amount is low. So I was like, I just wanted to use my own Instagram account, or like my normal one, but I barely even post regular stuff to that.
Yeah.
So I decided I would just start a new one that I can just post anything to. I've got like 4 followers right now, and I'm just going to keep posting stuff to it. And then like people that I know are interested, I'll follow them. And then other people, I got to just start doing shorts. I've been thinking about this like for the past 2 days. Like I can't stop thinking about it. Trying to get my marketing up, build a brand, because we're building this FTD brand. We got to work on that. We got to grind on that.
Yeah, I got to start making my weeks so busy. I mean, like, they're not that busy. I just fill them up with so much stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I need more time to, like, just chill and just to, like, think about stuff. But, we get to the weekend, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
It's been a long week.
Yeah, last week I spent so much time working on this motorcycle that runs now, so I thought I got all my bikes running. Like, as soon as that thing started, I was like, yes, I finally have all running bikes. And then I remember that like 2 weeks ago I bought another non-runner, so
yeah. The non-runners.
I have so many non-freaking runners, and well, now I only have one non-runner, so let's go. First of all, let's freaking go. I've got to get that sucker running, and I've been making YouTube videos grinding on it. Let's freaking go.
Oh, it's all so exciting. It's just constant, consistent
Yeah.
pushing forward.
Well, I like that we're getting into this season because I feel like I work the best on my projects, like my personal stuff, when it starts to get a little colder because there's a lot less going on to like distract me or like things I have to plan for. So I can just like at the top of the week, I can just write down everything I want to get done and sort out when I'm going to do it and then just start doing it. And I love that. I like getting a lot done in a day.
Yeah. Full days.
Yeah.
Full days are upon us. And this time change has messed me up so much.
I know.
For no reason.
And this is the stupid one. We're now in the just absolutely inane, stupid time.
It's 5:20 and it's dark.
It's really
out.
dark. It should be 6:20, and that's on the baby or however they say it. But the thing is,
that's on the baby. I'm like ticked off because I'm tired and I didn't get to eat lunch at the right time, and I didn't get my afternoon caffeine in. No nicotine. I'm ticked off.
Bubs and I woke up at yesterday was Sunday, right? We woke up at like 6:45, and because I was like, I want to set an alarm for 6:45 because I want to get up and do stuff on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, no. She's like, can we please?
No.
She's like, can we please just have one day where we just wake up naturally? And I know she's gonna wake up early, so I'm like, sure. Like, yeah, we can have one day where we wake up naturally. Guess when she wakes up?
When?
6:45.
Oh,
exactly when I set my alarm for.
God.
But the time changed overnight, so it would have been 7:45. So we thought we woke up really early, just naturally, or like not really early, but like normal time, but naturally, and then it wasn't. And I didn't know until like halfway through the day that the time had changed.
Yeah,
Like
really, yeah.
everything changed on its own. But then I was looking at my watch and I was like, damn, it's late. I was like, because we got up at 6. I was like, what happened? Because my watch, it doesn't set itself.
Yeah. I was at the beach with the boys, and there was 3 of us in one room. I slept in the same bed as this other goon, and there was a boy on the floor. And right before we went to bed, one of the guys told me, he's like, "Oh, I think the time's changing tomorrow." And then we had a full-out argument for an hour about which way the sun was going to go and if it was going forward or backward or for an entire hour. And after that was done, I told them the story about Hinterkaifeck, and then I got so scared I almost threw up. And then I went to bed.
Yeah, but you also been getting into bourbon whiskey, so.
No, but that night, yes.
You didn't have that much of it because I saw the bottle when you left.
It wasn't that
and then
bad.
I saw the bottle when you got back.
And the beach boys trip is like, as soon as you get up, you eat breakfast, and then you're like forced to drink.
Yeah.
Like there's no, you can't decide not to. And so, so I'm sipping all day.
Just bourbon?
Just straight bourbon. Everyone was like weirded out by that. I was like, I thought this was
the liquor buddy.
I thought this was kind of cool.
It's class.
It was just like I had one ice cube and like that much bourbon in my cup, and then I would stop for an hour, have a couple of those ranch waters, which are pretty good.
The seltzers?
The seltzers.
Yeah.
And I would do the ranch water while we were doing the Foursquare just to keep the hydration up. And then I would switch back to right back to the bourbon when we went inside.
That's funny. Yeah, see, I like the bourbon. I think that we live in North Carolina, which is not a bourbon-heavy place, but the closer you get to like Kentucky, Tennessee, bourbon particularly comes from Kentucky. So like Ohio, Kentucky, like that area loves bourbon.
Yeah.
Like they all drink bourbon. They all know all the bourbons and all drink bourbon.
For some reason,
Here, not really.
For some reason, on our trip to the mountains, that's when I got like just a taste. I don't know if it was just because we were in the mountains and I'm like, this is sick.
Yeah.
And we were just drinking the Jim Beam. But it didn't taste gross in the mountains, and it hasn't tasted gross really since.
It's especially, when you're camping and you pull out some bourbon, it's kind of fun because you feel like you're Which that trip, I think we talked about that trip. We did definitely talk about that trip. We rode these dirt bikes up into the freaking mountains and we camped. And that was one of my favorite trips. And I feel like it could be so much more. Like we could do so much more of that kind of style thing. And I want to because Adam's bike's running now. It's running. It's running 100%. Right. So we can get Adam on there too. And we can start doing like these trips out because it feels like a real adventure. Like we're like, we don't have enough water but we have a lot of bourbon.
Yeah, it's a real true adventure.
Yeah, it feels like a real life adventure.
And I was with two buddies today, and we were doing a little motorcycle ride out, I don't know, southeast.
Yeah.
And we got off the bike. I pull it off to this stop that I know, and I got off the bike and I just started like yelling, and I was like, "I'm so excited! I'm so excited!"
Yeah.
Because I just had done like 112 miles an hour, and we were just cruising. I mean, there's like beautiful overhang trees, and it's like fall, and it was just an amazing. It was perfect weather. Weren't cold or hot or anything, and I was like, "Oh, I'm so excited!" And they both look at me and they said, "For what?"
Pussies.
And I was
sorry.
I was like, you guys don't know yet. You're not there yet.
They're not there. And some people never get there.
And I'm scared. I'm scared that they'll never get there. And while I'm going down the road, I'm like screaming.
Yeah, I scream.
I'm having so much fun.
I'll scream, giggle. When I was riding that bike that I just got fixed up, when I was riding it the first time, I was like scream giggling in my helmet. Like I sounded stupid in my helmet.
Which you should. I mean, it's just like it's
pure joy.
It's pure joy
and excitement.
And we pulled off the road and went on this little adventure. We went all the way down to the like Harris Lake Dam where the kids died in the gully, and we lit off giant fireworks down there when we were kids, and like they were all worried about or my buddy, one of the guys was worried about his like bike getting stolen. I was like, you have the key, right?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah. And I was like, what are you talking? We're in this like rural area.
Yeah.
No one's there.
Which bike? The Shadow?
Shadow.
It's too heavy to get stolen. Did he lock the steering? He doesn't know how to do that.
Why would you need to lock this?
Well, but if you're scared and you don't, that's kind of funny to me.
Yeah.
Even though you don't need to be scared of it getting stolen. Like,
I just think like that's even if it did get stolen, that would be such an adventure.
I leave so much stuff on my bike.
I do too.
I leave my helmet on my bike every time. I've never taken my helmet in with me to a place. I just leave it on there.
Yeah. The helmet stays on, the jacket stays on, the gloves stay on. Sometimes I accidentally leave the key in.
I leave the key in all the time.
Nobody touches the bike is like its own defense system.
I left my key in my bike and went into Harbor Freight, and the reason I knew I left my key in is because I also left the ignition on, and the light was on. So like, if my bike was ready to start.
I saw someone do that today. They were parked at our little coffee shop, and I was riding away, and there were two Harleys there, and one of them was just on.
Yeah.
Oh.
People, first of all, not that many people know how to ride, and then second of all, there's a thing. Like one time I was in Fuquay, so like nowhere that there's like huge. We don't even have crazy motorcycle like groups here that are actually real scary, like the 1%ers and everything. Those are kind of more out west. But one time this woman like she kind of cut in too close. I don't think she knew it was my bike, and I was walking to the bike, and she was walking next to me, and she was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry," because she just like walked too close to my bike.
Yeah.
And she was like, "I'm sorry. I know I'm not supposed to do that," or something like that. And I was like, "You're totally fine. Like, don't worry about it." But people know that bikers, especially the cruisers, are like associated with.
I know
they will kill you if you touch their bike.
Yeah. And it's so great that they came out with that show. I haven't watched this show, but I've seen like clips of it in like the Sons of Anarchy.
Oh, that's the best show of all time.
Where one of the guys like taking pictures with Jack's bike.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh yeah, let me take your picture," and then he freaking decks him in the face.
That's before. This is what he does.
Yeah.
He's like they come out to a guy sitting on his bike, and the guy's got a crotch rocket, and he's got his Dyna, and they come out to the bike, and the guy's like sitting on his bike. He's like, "Hey man, that's my bike." He's like, "I was just taking some pictures." He's like, "Hey, you want me to take a picture for
Yeah.
you?" He's like, "Yeah." And so he takes the camera and he snaps a picture and he says, "That's before." And then his
Yeah.
buddy, just without even like, they didn't have to talk about it, smacks him with a helmet. He takes another picture and he says, "That's after." And then he takes his girl,
Oh yeah.
the dude's girl. He's like, "Is that your guy?" She's like, "No."
Yeah. Yeah.
He's like, "You want to come with me?" She's like, "Yeah." And he takes his helmet and gives it to
Yeah.
her and he rides.
That's so bad.
That's California.
That's what we're associated with.
Yeah, people
That's
think.
what people think we are.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. I like to be feared.
Oh my gosh.
That's such a great feeling.
I don't have any speedometer on my bike today. So like this bike hasn't been running for a long time and it's 40 years old. So as I'm like really starting to ride it, stuff's breaking. Like the stuff that was about to break anyway, I'm very quick at making that stuff break cuz I'm really like riding it kind of hard. So all of a sudden I'm like looking down at my speedometer, it just says 0 and like my mileage isn't ticking up anymore. I'm like, "Oh." So I had ordered one that's technically for the wrong bike and it's 2.5 inches shorter, the cable. So we'll see. But
We'll see.
But I just I felt so free today not having any speedometer on my bike cuz I was like, I can mostly feel what speed I'm going, but I barely know this bike, so I have no idea what like RPM is what speed. So I just have to feel it. Like I just have to look and feel how fast I'm going. But I also speed a lot on my bike anyway, and nobody ever cares. Like you can speed on a cruiser past a cop and they'll just like wave.
They will.
They don't
yeah,
care.
100%. I sped way past this. It was like a 35. I think I was doing 65 today. Right past a cop. Nothing.
And your bike's not registered.
No. Hey, don't know. It's registered.
It's registered.
It's registered.
Officially, it's registered. Unofficially, this is off the record, not registered.
Not registered. And I don't care. I'm bad to the bone. I'm bad to the bone. And I'm also bad to the bone.
That's what I'm talking about. And I am talking a lot.
Yeah. Well, what these riders need to know is enjoy the journey, not the destination.
Yeah.
That because, oh my God. Where are we going? What does it matter?
It never matters.
It's about how you get there.
It's like I don't really love to travel. I'm not a big traveler as far as like the traditional sense of the word. Like I hate flying. I don't like being in a city that I don't know unless it's a journey. I like journeying. So if there's like, so I love the motorcycle journeys, but I don't like traveling because I don't care about where we go.
Yeah.
I like the act of getting there. That's why I want my license, my pilot license so bad.
Yeah.
I see all these videos from Alaska. So like in Alaska, everything's so spread out. It's hard to get stuff. So like most of them have planes. And the FAA, the Federal Aviation Administration, doesn't care that much about all these really strict rules there. Like they kind of turn a blind eye because these people are taking their planes everywhere. And everyone's got a plane. So it's like I somehow got into the Instagram reels that are all like pilots and stuff, and it's all the Alaskan pilots, and everyone in the comments are like FAA Alaska doesn't count or whatever. And then you see people like this one dude freaking landed at a gas station, gassed up his plane, and then drove it out onto the road and just took off. And it's like that's gotta be Alaska, dude. That's gotta be. And it makes me want to freaking go to Alaska and get a little Piper Cub and just drive it or fly it, I guess, everywhere. And then I've seen people mount their little dirt bikes to their Piper Cub under the wing.
Really?
Yes, I want to do it so bad. I want a plane. I'll have a plane if I don't die early. If I die at like regularly scheduled.
Magna then.
Yeah. If I die at like regularly scheduled time, I'm gonna have a plane for sure.
Oh, 100%. I wanted to be a helicopter pilot for a while, then I realized it was hard.
It's hard.
It's hard.
Tom Segura can fly a helicopter. Do you know that? Did you see him take his mom up?
No,
So funny.
I can't believe that guy. He's got too much money.
Yeah, he does.
He doesn't know what to do with it. He's doing everything.
He is.
Literally. Give me some. Give me some. Give me some. Please.
Give me some of that money.
Yeah, please.
Give me some of that money, Tom. You know that money, like if you just give somebody money, it's like almost always like doesn't actually do anything for them, like
No.
psychologically.
No.
Like anything good, I mean.
It does zero good, actually.
Yeah. Like people don't get any, like there's the initial rush of like, I'm so excited I have all this money. Like people who win the lottery oftentimes like end up getting depressed.
Yeah, they
just
lose it all.
Yeah.
They lose every last bit. Because it ain't about what you get. It's about what you keep.
Mm-hmm.
Booyah, baby.
It's so interesting, money. Because it's like, you don't want to spend your whole life worrying about money in vain. Like, yeah, you want to be focused on getting that bag, of course. But you want to do it in a way that you enjoy. You want to enjoy getting that bag.
Yeah, of course. I enjoy some green, let me tell you what. Green got me this today, I'll tell you what.
Yeah. Green keeps buying me motorcycles
this
and then
is wonderful.
making more green. That feeling when I sold that first bike and I doubled my investment, I freaking was so excited. But I didn't love that bike. I liked it, but it wasn't like attached to it.
Yeah.
This one,
it's because it's a beginner bike.
It's a tiny bike, and it was fun. It was like fun to putt around on, but it was so small. And this one is, today I've had one of my favorite days riding in a long time. And like I still am waiting for parts, so it's like ride is really weird, and there's a couple things that are super wrong. I don't have a speedometer, but I was like, that giggly, amazing feeling is all day. So I'm just gonna just pound the pavement, put some miles on it, and I'm gonna post it to Facebook for spring prices.
Mm-hmm.
And if somebody wants to give me that, which they probably won't, because there's other good ones on the market right now.
Yeah.
And then just wait until spring, and then I think it'll go pretty quick. And
yeah.
It's gonna be a sad day, but
no.
But then I'm gonna buy more bikes, flip them, do anything.
More bikes.
I shouldn't have bought a bike that I knew that I would love so much.
I know. I was scared of that.
Yeah,
I was scared of that.
But I've told enough people that I'm flipping it that I can't
No, you can't go back.
Plus, it's not clean enough and it's not low enough mileage to keep.
Well, it will be low enough mileage if you don't fix that speedometer.
Yeah, but if I've seen some clean ones, and I probably will get one of these again. Like just riding it today, I think that one day when I can afford to just pick up a cheap bike for fun, I'll buy one because it's so cool. And my grandpa had one. Like it's kind of like nostalgic. My grandpa had one of those bikes. I sent him a picture of it today, and I was like, "Look what I got." I was like, "My dad said you had one of these," and he's like, "Yeah, they're very interesting bikes." He's like, "But they're good. They're good bikes." He's funny. He can't remember stuff very much anymore.
Bike. I mean, it's the fastest bike I've ever been on. Born on.
And it's so old. I completely rebuilt the front brakes, so like I was nervous when I first got on it because they were all sopped up with oil.
Yeah.
And they didn't even, like, you could squeeze them as hard as you could, and it even on gravel wouldn't lock it up. I was like, I can't take this on the road like this because it's fast.
It is so fast. So fast. Now I want to feel like what a real fast bike feels like.
I know.
Like a R1 or something. God. I'd die for sure.
Because this is like, mine makes like 116 horsepower, and those are making, I think, like closer to like 160.
Oh, this is so goofy.
Yeah. Because that bike has a 3.3 second 0 to 60.
That's insane. Because it gets 60 in first gear. R1 horsepower. 198 horsepower.
A C7 Corvette is 3.7 seconds, 0 to 60. That bike is 3.3. I could smoke a C7 Corvette.
C7.
What about a C8?
I think the C8's got it.
2.9. C8 would. C8's freaking fast. That's
So
a fast car.
So fast.
What about a Damn, the R1 is 2.6.
That's so
the
fast.
The R1's faster than the C8.
Oh my god, 200 horsepower in a bike.
It's got 200 horsepower.
198.
Oh,
That's
that's more than
awesome.
like a lot of cars.
Yeah, that is so cool.
That's what I was thinking. I used to have a Miata, and it was a 1.8 liter, and this new bike I have is a 1.1 liter. And this
So
bike makes more
crazy.
horsepower. Well,
Man.
you know, not really, but I had a turbo on the Miata, so it was making like 230, 240.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, it was.
That's a lot.
That car was a little crazy.
That's a lot for a little dang go-kart.
Yeah.
God dang, this freaking, I can't stand this. It's dark. 5:50, and it is completely pitch black, and I'm like tired
Yeah.
for no reason.
But you know how you can fight it?
How?
You gotta start getting up an hour earlier.
An hour? Yeah, I know. It's so ridiculous.
I'm getting up, and I'm gonna try this. I think Bubs is gonna have an aneurysm, but I'm gonna try and get up at like 5 or like 6. Let's say 6. Let's say 6. So I'll wake up a half hour earlier than I have been,
Yeah.
and it'll be a half hour later actually than I have been. But it'll feel like
Okay. I'm gonna do the same crap because I want to get tired. Yeah, I want. Yeah.
I was up at 6:40 today, and it was already light out. And I had been waking up at 6:30 because I just like on Monday I went to bed. I was a little toasted. I was like, I'm gonna give myself a couple more minutes to sleep. And I was like, I woke up and I was like, it's already light out. And I had been enjoying so much the fact that it was dark.
It's dark.
And
I know
then
it makes you feel like you're doing something.
if you feel
Yeah.
like you're doing it right. If
Yeah.
you wake up right before the sun rises, and then I'm sitting there in the living room, I had already made some coffee, and I'm just reading some of my book, which I'm not reading much of it. So I keep saying like stuff that makes me sound like I'm like really on top of life, but I'm only reading like for 10 minutes a day, but I'm doing it.
Yeah,
and that
that's
makes
good
me feel
enough.
so much better than not doing it.
Yeah, totally.
And I've been reading, and I just am drinking my coffee, and I'm thinking about stuff, and I'm just so alert because it's first thing in the morning. My brain likes to be awake in the morning. It works really well. Like all the buzz at the end of the day that happens is not there in the morning. Just everything's so clear. I can focus on one thing at a time. I can plan. I can work on stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and
then you get stimulated.
it just starts to
Then
everything
it's
stimulates,
time-
and then
yeah,
it's just
yeah.
everything's a mess.
Everything's a blur.
So like if I need to plan something, I need to plan it in the morning. And then that's why I usually on Monday I wake up and I plan my week, and I just I'll write it down. Kind of like loosely write down what I have to do each day, and then it'll kind of change in real time, but
yeah.
it makes me feel better to write it down because I don't forget stuff as easy. And I'll write down if any date's important, I'll write it down that week. Because I've got ADHD or whatever undiagnosed, so I can't see I can't wake up and notice it's a date and be like, this is an important date because of this. I have to think about it at the beginning of the week, write it down, and then I'll know.
Mhm.
Birthdays and plans, all the stuff we have planned.
Yeah. The morning is really nice. I've never regretted getting up earlier than
No.
later.
But I have regretted going to sleep too late.
Oh, 100%.
I used to go to sleep really late, and I would if it wasn't for me, if I go to sleep by myself, if I'm alone in the house, it's the worst. And then if I'm alone in the bed, it's still really bad. But if there's someone asleep in the bed, I just go to sleep. It's like I don't get it. I don't know why it's the case, but like Bubs will just go to sleep, and then I think it's because I have to be quiet. Like I can't have anything that's too bright or too loud. So it's just you just start to go to sleep, and I'll go to sleep so easily. If she's just like, all right, I'm going to sleep, I'll be like, me too. I guess. But if when she goes, like, she'll go do something for a weekend or something, and I am up. I'm just like wired, and I have to turn on like YouTube on the TV and like white noise and all this stuff to try and like just
get psychotic.
Yeah, I go crazy. I can't do it by myself. I can't go to sleep. And I do appreciate that this house that we're living in, everybody goes to sleep at a reasonable time. Like no one's up late. You can't just get up and then there's someone doing something fun and entertaining.
No.
Like at the apartment I lived at, people would be up. So it was like if I was just home, we'd be up. Mm-hmm. We'd just be up and we'd go to bed at like 1 or 2 because we were just up doing stuff. We'd run the cookout at like 1 because we were just hungry. Because of course you're hungry. It's 1. Your body thinks it's like
it's been 5 hours since you ate dinner.
Yeah, your body's like, I guess if we're up, we got to go find some nutrients. Like, and we're like, how about cookout? It's like, I mean, I can get some nutrients out of that, not much.
Wow. Wowzers.
So yeah, that's kind of my dilemma with sleep. But I've been having a really good time waking up earlier. I've been enjoying it a lot.
Yeah, you've been up. You've been up. That's for sure.
I've been getting up. Yeah, because you started doing your 5 a.m. thing, and I didn't want to go all the way to 5.
I'm still recovering. I'm still recovering from 5 a.m. You can see I've been getting up like a little bit later.
Yeah, you've been getting up at probably like 7.
Yeah.
And I'm getting up at like 6:30.
7's too late for me. Still recovering though.
But I noticed you get up fine, and you go to sleep pretty good time.
Usually, yeah. Some nights.
But you can sleep a lot more than I can.
I can?
You seem to like, your body likes sleep more than mine.
My body needs sleep bad.
Your whole family will just like zonk out if you don't have enough sleep.
Yeah, true. And my physical demands demand me to sleep. The sauna has been helping a lot with sleep. Actually.
Really?
Yeah, the sauna.
Really?
Sauna into the cold shower, cold hot exposure. Really
I looked up a membership for your gym you go to because I was like, I'm ready to do it. $75 or something like that.
What?
I was like,
no way.
I can't do that.
No way, $75.
It's so expensive.
You gotta come in and talk to the ladies.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't think it would be
Can they get me down to $50?
I don't know. I don't think it would be 75 though.
Maybe I'll come in and try and negotiate. I feel like I would do $50 a month max.
Max?
Which is higher than I want to spend like $40 a month.
Yeah.
But I know that's, beggars can't be choosers, I guess.
That's for sure. I just want a good night's sleep.
I get that. I do get that.
I want a good night's sleep and I want a hot cup of Joe.
And the stupid tea ritual has been so good for me getting to sleep. We make this tea. It's like it's like the night. It's called like celestial something nighttime tea blend, and it's got some kind of root extract in it that makes you so tired, and it's got like peppermint or something, and it's just tea that's supposed to make you sleepy, and it to some extent does, but most of it is just your brain starts to learn like once you're drinking this tea, it's bedtime.
Yeah.
And so it's just like a ritual. You drink that and then you're like, now I'm going to bed.
Very good.
Yeah.
Time for sleep. It is nice.
And it helps you hydrate before bed, which is important.
Yeah.
If you go to bed without drinking anything, do you keep a water next to your bed every night?
Not every night. Nights when I know I haven't really drank that much the day of.
See, I need water next to my bed every single night. And I will wake up in the middle of the night and just drink water and then go back to sleep.
Really?
I'm so parched.
I haven't. Oh my god.
Are you shutting down right now? He fell asleep. Ladies and gentlemen, Gus fell asleep on the pod.
Look at that. Look at them old rifles over there.
I can't stand this. Why does the United States still, or not even the United States, freaking North Carolina still have their stupid rule?
They keep like submitting the bill to go into daylight savings all the time. Cuz
Yeah,
we
they
just
keep
came
gaslighting us.
we came out of daylight savings. So daylight savings just turned off. Or maybe I don't fucking know. It doesn't matter. It
turned off.
It's like I think right now we're not on daylight savings time.
Yeah, we have no daylight,
Yeah,
and
and
it's dinner.
daylight saving time is the good one. And there's like bills get proposed and put into, the system every year to just stick to the one, and they always get. It's one of those things where the vote, it just keeps getting pushed back and it never
Get
happens.
these freaking boomers out of here, dude. Get these boomers out.
It
I'm
doesn't-
running for senator.
It doesn't
Holy
add
frick.
any value to change the time. And the time before was better. And dark in the morning literally does not matter. Get yourself up and get your stuff done. Dark in the afternoon sucks. That's why my protest is I'm going to just start getting up even earlier. Not protest, it's my coping mechanism.
I'm gonna protest.
If I get up at 6, I feel like if I get up at 6 every day, that's still not even that early. 6 is right at the edge. Once you get into the 5s, then it starts to feel like you're really getting up early. And if you're in the 4s, you're really, that is really early.
Yeah.
And then 5s, late 5s is pushing it into real early. And then 6s, anywhere in the 6s is just regular early.
Yeah.
It's it's nice to get up at 6 because you have plenty of time before noon. When you get up at 8, you only have 4 hours till noon.
I know. Yeah, I know. It's so late.
Yeah.
It's so late.
When you get up at 9, you have 3 hours until lunchtime.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane. 9 is too late to get up. I used to get up at probably 9, which it's not degenerate time to get up, but it's not useful.
No, not useful at all.
The best one for just being easy to maintain for me is midnight to 8. So sleep midnight to 8, you're awake 8 to midnight. It's so easy to maintain, and it doesn't feel like you got up super late. But I've been doing the 6:30 to 10:30 or 11.
Yeah,
It's pretty much been 6:30 to 11.
That is 10 to 7. It's very manageable for me. 10 to 6 is okay, but 10 to 7 is
As far as sleep.
is natural. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can do that.
It's hard sometimes to get to myself to actually go to sleep at 10. But if I've started to kind of ritualize my morning, because that for me will make me do anything. If I can make a ritual out of it, I'll do it. So I ritualize the night and ritualize the morning. I wake up in the morning, I make coffee, I read for 10 minutes. I really enjoy my just time in the morning. I really like it. And then I have plenty of time to feel like I'm not dilly-dallying or whatever. I feel like I'm actually doing something fine. And then I can eventually I'm okay, I'm done with this stuff. I'm going to go to work, and I'm still early. So it's it just feels good. And so when I want to stay up, I'm me staying up is just me on my phone in the dark at night. I'd rather do that in the morning if I'm going to do it. So I'll just go to bed. But
Yeah,
that's been a big shift for me because I used to be summer times for me when I didn't have school or anything to get up for. The beginning of the summer, I'd be on my school schedule, and it would shift and shift and shift until I was going to bed at 4 a.m.
Yeah, I did that. I did that for a solid year when
Mhm.
I was like 16. Not anymore.
Yeah.
Can't be doing that. I just feel I feel so bad about
You
it.
feel disgusting.
If I wake up past 8, I get like a little weird. I get a little cranky.
Do you get mad?
I get mad, yeah.
I'm the last couple times I've really slept in past like I'll naturally wake up by 9 or 10. Even if it's like completely dark in the room and everything, I'll be up by like 10 or 11. At the like absolute latest. If I really even if I went to bed super late, like my brain will probably get me up at 8 or 9 most of the time. And like at the latest is that. But like I'll see 10. Like if I saw 10 when I woke up, I would be angry. I would feel like I lost the day.
It's the afternoon.
If I saw noon,
So
I would
fast.
have an aneurysm.
Yeah. I know I can't. Can't do it anymore.
It's funny because like Adam used to sleep in, and then he just got himself involved in jobs where he had to wake up early. Like he used to do the trash, and he used to get up at like 4 or something. I think.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't think it was 3. I think it was 4 or something because he had to be like ready at 5. He'd be there at 5 to start. I think. But that was like. Then I've never really seen him sleep in again since he started doing that. You just get after it. Wake up, get after it, go to freaking sleep. Do it.
I know it's the circadian rhythm. It doesn't make sense to stay up till 2 in the morning and then get up at 12. It doesn't make any sense.
Halifax, North Carolina. Not gonna answer that.
Not gonna answer.
Yeah, I remember when the day I graduated from college. That day, I went to see some of my buddies in their college. It was like one of those college apartments where it's on camp. It's like right on campus, and we were up till I think it was 1:30 or 2. Like I think asleep by 2:30, but we were like walking, like to get food at like 1. I was looking at the time on my phone and I couldn't believe it. I was like, I haven't seen this time in a long time. Like seeing 1 or 2 for me is something is wrong.
Yeah, and it's for a good reason. Nothing good happens past midnight. Let me tell you what.
The witching hour.
Whether it's for your body or criminal activity, nothing good.
No, there's not much going on that's good. Oh, it feels good to be back on the podcast. It's been a week.
I know. I'm gonna be so gassed up next week when I'm used to this time change.
Yeah. I feel like it's a common theme that you're always tired on the podcast, though.
No. I'm not. Maybe we should do the podcast in the morning.
That would be cool.
Because I have my greatest ideas in the morning.
I'd be down to do a early morning pod. What if we woke up at like 5 and did the pod at like 5:30?
That would be rad. That'd probably be the best pod ever.
Yeah.
I'm ready to rock in the morning. If we started the pod at 7, it would be so nice.
7 a.m.
Yeah.
That would be interesting. And then we could do it on it'd be interesting. If we record we have to get one ahead and then do that on like Tuesdays.
Yeah.
Tuesday at 7 would be super doable. But Monday at 7 would be harder cuz there's always stuff going on Sunday night.
Yeah, true. Yeah. But yeah, I think it would be more ideal. Because work, gym, pod, that's an energy draining schedule.
Yeah, Mondays I'm always like it's been good to do it on Monday instead of Sunday, but I am tired.
Yeah. I'm so tired.
Lullaby and good night. Sweet dreams will await you. Lullaby and good night. Sweet dreams await you. Lullaby and good night. Sweet dreams will await you. My Gucci's
Did you
pink.
say dreams are always with you?
Yeah, dreams await you. Good dreams await you.
Oh, okay. Good dreams await you.
Okay, well, let's do that then. Let's do that then. Let's on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Let's record another pod,
Mm-hmm.
and then next week, Tuesday at 7.
Rocket in the morning.
Let's do it. All right, so you guys get one more night pod, and then we're gonna try a morning pod. So subscribe, stay tuned, add us on Spotify, add us on Apple Music, give us 5 stars. You know you want to.
Please, please, please.